united with me.
Welcome. I'm sitting in a former classroom of Wee Wisdom Nursery School. This is the place where magic happened, where children made discoveries for the first time, where they were taught and nurtured, loved and cared for by staff and volunteers. Wee Wisdom is a nursery school that was created out of a spirit of innovation, a response to a real need in the community by the people of Bridgewater United Church. And as we come to the end of an era, a team of volunteers, staff, and our production team here have created a documentary for you to view. And so I invite you to join me now as we watch together and celebrate Wee Wisdom.
In the early 1960s, the United Church women in Bridgewater had a vision: to create a preschool program for 3- and 4-year-olds. Their vision became the town of Bridgewater's first nursery school. 57 years and more than 3,500 graduates later, we celebrate the amazing legacy of Wee Wisdom Nursery School. Ruby Wilson was the founding director. A natural-born teacher, she worked tirelessly alongside the United Church women and Reverend McEwen to establish the unique framework of the program.
We moved here in 1969, and my children started Sunday school. And I remember Ruby as Sunday school superintendent, but also in Wee Wisdom Nursery School. She welcomed them with open arms, a big hug, and made them feel at home. She just showed that type of love for all the children.
Wee Wisdom opened its doors in the fall of 1963 in the church's newly completed Christian Education Center. David Jodry was among the first students.
Oh, she was like a mother to me. Ruby was a wonderful person and a great friend to our family.
It was interesting to see her interact with the children. There was joy in what they accomplished. She truly loved them. From the hugs that came in at the door to the hugs that left when they left, they were her adopted children. Really, I think she referred to them as.
Wee Wisdom was the first nursery school of its type in this area, so it became model for other nursery schools who would come to see what the programs were and how it was functioning.
We had people attend from all over Lunenburg County. When parents who had moved here from outside the area went looking for a preschool for their children, Wee Wisdom was always the one that was recommended, and they were the ones then who were giving recommendations to others.
So many children who have passed through our doors are productive parents today. And you could see that through the parents that were clients of ours back in 1970 and 1964, and they brought their children here. Their lives were impacted in the same positive way, or else they wouldn't have brought them.
My name's John Swain. I actually grew up over the hill and went to Wee Wisdom in 1978-79. This is my oldest daughter, Abigail Swain, Abby, who went, in
2008, 2009, I believe.
And this is Alexa Swain, went to Wee Wisdom. When?
2012 to 2013.
I am a graduate from Wee Wisdom Nursery School. I still remember my teachers, Mrs. Burgess and Mrs. Mitchell. When I grew up, I became a teacher, and after I had my own kids, I registered them for Wee Wisdom's program. They loved it. Wee Wisdom staff gave my kids experiences that helped them prepare for big school. I actually thought that was really neat to be able to register them at the same nursery school that I had experience with, even though there were likely many changes since then.
It was definitely the place, there was no question about where I was going to send the kids from my experience, from the nurturing of the teachers, knowing that they would be comfortable and well taken care of during their time here, and they never wanted to leave. And they had so many great relationships with the teachers and their fellow classmates.
Whether it was a trip to the fire hall, a visit from Mr. Dress-Up, or taking part in local parades, over the years, Wee Wisdom continually brought the community and the children together.
I mean, who didn't go to Indian Garden Farms in the past trip? And I mean, trips to the fire hall right here in town, it was such a perfect spot because you could go on walks.
I went to the farmer's market one time, I think. Yeah, I walked through all the greenhouses and stuff.
And we planted plants for Mom for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I loved playing at the sand table. While we were singing, we always did like our little dances and movements with our hands and stuff.
My favorite part was bowling and going to the duck pond.
I like going to the corn maze up at the farm because we had to escape out of the corn.
It was such an important part of Mom's teaching to get them out and see the world, to meet the people behind all the different occupations, the personalities.
Through the years, Wee Wisdom has had approximately 9 directors. Each one of them, along with their teams of teachers, contributed to the growth and evolution of the program. They have all left an imprint on the hearts and minds of generations of area children.
It takes a village to raise a child, and that's essentially true with what has happened at Wee Wisdom Nursery School.
I have a lot of good memories from Wee Wisdom, and I always enjoyed the students and the atmosphere. I had Max, would have been my last year here, and I think I may have had Ava when I come back and done some subbing. But you don't, when you sub, you don't get to know the children quite as well because you're not in that often. I remember Max really liking to do puzzles. He was very good at his puzzles.
Oh yeah, I like to do puzzles. I remember that now.
I thought you would.
Well, as an educator, I've seen many children come to school that are not prepared. They're not prepared for the structure, the routine, even the length of the day. Wee Wisdom has offered support to those children to help build their confidence, help build their ability to get along with other people, to learn how to share.
As both a parent, I can see that, and as an educator, to see kids coming into grade primary at school, we could see readiness skills such as holding scissors, experience cutting, holding pencils.
Learning how to listen, learning how to sit, be quiet, waiting to have your turn, you know, all those things that a parent can try and teach, but you don't necessarily have the same result. So there was definitely growth in them.
big concert productions? Were you part of that?
Oh, my Lord, yes. The operettas. Yep, a lot of it happened up on that stage there, yeah.
Mom wanted to push the children to give them the opportunity to experience the joy of learning music and the creativity of putting it all together, and something they could do to show their parents and grandparents, because the children loved that part.
I can't imagine how many hours they spent putting the productions together. I mean, you look back at those pictures and you're like, that's crazy, because all the costumes, I mean, the parents were obviously involved, I'm sure.
Yes, the musicals were something else. Blood, sweat, and tears.
I remember the concerts we would have, and the first song I ever learned, and I'll sing it.
No.
Spring is coming, how do you think I know? I saw some pussy willows.
I think we sang that too.
I know they must be so.
Yeah, I think we sang that too.
So yeah. One year I dressed up as a lamb and wore leotard, and the big joke in the family is that I really liked the feel of the leotard and continued to wear it for about 6 months after that under my jeans. Nobody knows that, so if we can keep that a secret.
With declining enrollment as a result of the government's new pre-primary programs, COVID-19 protocols, and staffing challenges, the Wee Wisdom Board made the hard decision to close its doors on December 17th, 2020.
It was unfortunate that we just couldn't make a go of it, and we chose to end rather than compromise the program that we provided for the children.
And it's very sad to see what has happened, to have a nursery school that was known as one of the first in the province, and after 57 years to have to close its doors. But with time comes change, and we have to adapt to change, and we have to move forward.
On behalf of the board, I would like to extend a big thank you to all those who have supported and helped Wee Wisdom Nursery School grow over the years as an outreach for the church into the community.
To the thousands of children and their parents who have blessed us with their presence and have given us their children to help put a smile on their face. For that, we're thankful.
Oh, it's bizarre, really. To look through these albums is crazy. Yeah, my best friends are in here, and it's weird to think so many years later, here I sit looking at pictures of when we were 5 or 6. See, we look alike, don't we?
I'm still friends with a lot of the people that I graduated with at Wee Wisdom. A lot of them are in my senior year that I just graduated from high school with, so that was really sweet.
It's interesting to see the books and the pictures, how things continued. Mom, she would be pleased with that, very pleased.
Wasn't that wonderful? Thanks for joining me and watching. And I want to encourage you to share it with family and friends, and especially any graduates that you might know of Wee Wisdom Nursery School. We're called now to think about what's next. What is it that the world, our community, is in need of, and that we can respond to with the same love and passion as those folks did so long ago when they created Wee Wisdom Nursery School.